Hi, we're going to start with the webinar. Thank you very much for waiting. I'm really sorry for the technical problems we had. I'm sorry. We're going to start our webinar about artificial intelligence and chatbot and how do they affect or improve the customer services. First of all, I'm going to present myself. I'm Leah Radovic. I work in the marketing area in Brintia, and also I'm in charge of the business part. Here are my contact details. Just in case you need anything or you have any questions after the presentation, feel free to contact me anytime you want. I'm going to speak now about Brintia. Brintia belongs to a group of 3 companies. We are based here in Spain. Our biggest brand is Brabant, and Brintia is our international brand that works for the UK and Ireland market, and also EDWork, which is our innovation lab. We are a group of 3 companies specialized in software development. We are Microsoft partners with more than 5 years of experience doing business solutions and working in innovative technologies, just like artificial intelligence, extended realities, and all the new technologies that comes to the market. Thanks always to Microsoft. So right now, we're going to start a little bit with what is artificial intelligence and what does it mean. I'm gonna start with a small introduction about what is it, because a lot of people are talking about it, but probably we really don't know what is it, since we have heard a lot of opinions and a lot of things about it. Artificial intelligence, sometimes called machine intelligence, is intelligence demonstrated by machines. This is in contrast to the natural intelligence displayed by humans and any other animals. Normally, we use artificial intelligence into the cloud because we have more scalability, more services, and other advantages. But also, we can apply artificial intelligence on devices such as cell phones, computers, console, and all kind of devices you can imagine. In the second part, I'm going to explain you how has been the evolution of artificial intelligence. I'm going to speak a little bit about the history of this, because most people think that artificial intelligence is something new, but actually it's not that true. I'm going to mention a few facts about the history of AI. First, in 1950, Alan Turing came up with a Turing test to see if the people were able to differentiate the intelligence of a machine from a human. In the 1963, machine learning theory was expounded. It was the first time we expounded this idea. In 1997, IBM's Deep Blue beats a world champion of chess, which was a whole improvement in all the part of artificial intelligence. And in 2011, appeared the intelligent assistant Siri that from Apple, and also Watson from IBM's, that it's a question answering computer, who won also the first place in a popular TV quiz show called Jeopardy. So the artificial intelligence transformation, it's separated in a lot of ways. In the world we use different in the world of technologies, we use in different technologies, but I'm going to see it in 3 specific ways. First, I'm going to talk about digital agents that I'm going to explain later, but for example, right now it's bots that are used for customer service to help users. The second one is intelligent apps. That first, I'm going to give you an example. It's like the camera you use on your application, such as Instagram, that uses artificial intelligence process to improve the image. And the third part, and one of the most important too, is the business processes. In some companies, they use artificial intelligence to process and to improve their business by applying artificial intelligence algorithms and machine learning to their data. Right now, I'm gonna focus on about what is going to be the webinar about, which is digital agents. I'm going to explain you a little bit what are going to be the features in the next year. By 2025, 90% of the customer interactions will take place via bots. Bots are going to be crucial customer engagement tool to build customer loyalty and a competitive advantage for any kind of business. Gartner's reports that 60% of customer inquiries related to applications development are about bots. And the two major cases we find are the top of mind and are customer service and human resources. So the Microsoft differentiation factor is that we have the most powerful bot platform combined with customizable cognitive services. Enterprises can easily build powerful agents to streamline work processes and integrate in customer existing data states, whether on premises, at edge, in cloud, or hybrid. So why bots? Bots are more natural and human computer interaction because the customer that will be interacting with it will never feel that it's talking to a machine or is talking to a robot, just to say it. It's appealing, it's efficient, it's easy, and it's natural. It adapts to user. It adapts to every kind of user, just depending on the circumstance, and it's going to be available wherever you are: web, mobile, car, or desktop. Which are the ways to interact with a bot? It can be typing. You can type just like you do, for example, in Facebook Messenger or WhatsApp. You can also talk with it like through Cortana, Amazon Alexa, or Google Assistant. And you can also do it by tapping and and he will reply with you with the information you need. So now I'm going to talk about all the Azure artificial intelligence services. We have the bot service, which is like the accelerated development for conversational artificial intelligence. The cognitive services that groups the vision, the speech, the language, the knowledge, and the search pre-trained services customizable for any scenario. And the Azure Machine Learning is the experimentation of management services for creating artificial intelligence models with productivity. Of course, now let's focus on the customer service and support. Make customer service more human and live agents more productive with enterprises level of artificial intelligence. What happened with this? We are going to give our customer a frictionless human-like conversations. They will never feel, as I said before, that they are going to be talking to a robot or to something like that, because we can customize the solution specifically for your business. They are going to have a seamless integration that enables contextual dialogue. Imagine that you are a company that is working on a specific target or business. The bot will be suited to what do you want it to say for you. And also it can be built on intelligence and on deep reinforcement learning. So which is the challenge that we have in this area? First of all, a lot of companies face daily issues of increasing demanding customer service, having to answer hundreds of recurring client questions on a queries a day, often resorting to extended operations during high season. Imagine that you are an e-commerce and you have like a special day or for offers. You are going to have a lot of customers and a calling service that will be collapsed thanks to questions that most part of the times are going to be the same. And you will have people working for you doing repetitive tasks instead of working and making analysis of what they have. Second of all, I'm going to give an example about Spain. The lack of languages spoken. Tourism represents a big part of the economy in any country. This forced the company to have people speaking in different languages. This with the bots can be solved really easily, since bots can use different kind of languages and can be trained in different kind of languages. Another important thing related to customer is the lack of personalized experience aligned with the brand and client needs, as business need to quickly adapt to the continually changing marketplace. So clients nowadays need to feel that they are getting a personalized customer experience. If you give the customers all the time the same kind of conversation or the same kind of information, they will feel like they're not being counted by you or by your business. They need to feel like everything is related to what they want and what they feel. Another important one is that they have an expensive customer support channel, often collapse, as I said before, which result in missed sales and cross-sales opportunity, as well as a lack of personalized experience aligned with the brand clients and needs. Most of the calls that we receive during high seasons are lost because we don't have the enough force, or we are not able to hire people just for a specific dates. This can be solved with a bot because it will be answer different inquiries at any kind of scale. More than 50% of the calls that call center receive are frequent questions related, in example, this in sports, to ticketing or promotions. This also can work with an e-commerce. And third, the most important is that 30% of these calls are made usually outside of working hours. What happened with this? That we are losing a really huge time of market and a really huge amount of people that might be interested in our services, but we won't be able to provide what they need at the time they want. A bot works for you 24/7. Finally, customers expect an increasingly higher level of digital sophistication. Companies offer new technology solutions to make their customer experience easier and better. What happens right now? You know that the world is working and it's evolving really fast. So also the customers and also the people that is engaged into this digital experience. If an example of let's talk about someone from the generation Z. These people, it's related and used to be on digital sophistication. So our company needs to evolve with them and provide them these kind of services. So I'm going to explain you which are the channels and features with a bot. As I said before, all the inputs are text. You can use it with different kind of services such as WhatsApp, your own web page. You can do it by voice also. You can use it with Siri, Cortana, and all the kind of voice assistants we have right now in the market. And it can be also by image. It can work with the image you provide to it. The devices, you can use it on a computer, you can use it in a cell phone, you can use it on extended reality devices, on consoles, and every kind of devices we have on the market. Channels, it can be integrated to Skype, to Telegram, to Slack, to Teams, to Facebook Messenger, to your own web application, as I said, to your Android application, to your Apple application, also to Alexa, Cortana, and Google Assistant. Which is the bot intelligence. It can provide personality to your customer service because it will be trained to work on what kind of personality would you like to give or what kind of service would you like to give to your customers. It can also work on a Q&A maker. Usually what happens, as I said before, is that the customer inquiries or questions are really often made. So if we train the bot to work on those questions, it will give different answers and it will give different ways to say the same things for different clients. It can also work on a dialogue. It can also pretend that it's doing a dialogue with a customer, which is really important because we need to catch the customer. We need to interact with it in order to keep it into our digital system. And Luis is the part that takes the human voice or the human interaction and make it into text. What can provide also sentiment, because it might be happy, sad, or funny if you want for your service. It's a translator. It will give you, if he receives information, I mean in English, of course, or French, or any language you want, it will translate it to the language you want. It can also work on the search. It will help you, for example, if you need something really fast, or if the customer needs something inside your own page, it will take the customer inside what you want, taken to the link. And also it can be worked with machine learning. So as I said before, this can also be integrated with different kind of business processes. All the user inputs you see on the left part, a text, speech, image, works into the channels that I said, Skype, Teams, Slack, into a chat. The bot intelligence work with a Bing search, with speech, with a Q&A maker, a translator, and language understanding, which is Luis. And it will also be dispatched to the business processes you want. It can be displayed to Microsoft Azure, to your Dynamics 365, or also on your own premises devices. So right now we're going to show you what we have been working. This is a demo we do as a Q&A maker for the Lakers, the basketball teams in the US, and what we work on them. This was made for Skype and also for their application. So as you can see, this is going to be made by speaking. It'll translate as hello, the person is asking, and the bot is answering with a really friendly question, with a really friendly answer, telling him what does it want, that what everything he can do, like great videos, ticket and offers and more. This is a typical question, that where can I buy a ticket? As you see, the bot takes the person to the specific link where the person can get the ticket for their match, or for what they want. It's easy, and it takes the customer to what they want at the moment they want. So it's gonna make second questions saying, for example, I lost my ticket. What do I do? This is also usual what happens. So the customer knew, the Lakers knew at this, when we developed this one, what usually customers want, what usually is customer demands. So as you can see here, the bot is asking that they cannot help, so they refer to the call center. This might help you to take your customers to the call centers only when it's demanded, not every time. Right now, it's asking where can I park, because this information is usually looked for the customers, as I said, and it might take it to the parking information. This is really important because the customer might get the information they need when they want one more, as I said before. So another question: when the doors are open. This question, for example, you can be trained the question, since you might have different information or changing information all the time. We train the bot to change this information every time you want. So it works also with live information. Finally, the customer is saying goodbye because it's trying to be friendly, and the bot says goodbye too because it provides a friendly experience to the customer. So now we're gonna show you another device that we did for FNAC. I don't know if you have heard about it, but it's pretty much a store where you can get any type of devices such as computers, cell phones, and a lot of things. We did this as a personalized experience for Facebook Messenger for people. In order, the main focus on this development was to take people to the web page and to the exactly device they needed. So I'm gonna try to translate this part. I'm really sorry because it's in Spanish. I'm sorry. So what we wanted to do here, I'm really sorry, is that, for example, FNAC wanted to have a product where you talk where the customer reported what it wanted. Like, for example, hey, I need a device with enough time of gigabyte, with a RAM or from 128 or something like that. So the bot were able to take the person to the part where he can be able to get it as soon as possible. I mean, to make the customer buying experience smaller as it could. Finally, we're going to show you our latest and our main project that was made for La Liga, and it was integrated in a lot of channels. It was wait, I'm gonna wait before it starts. So our La Liga assistant, it's an intelligent assistant made for La Liga, the football enterprise, that is a multi-channel assistant. It's a multi-competition because it works also it works for the two kind of competition that La Liga has. It's a multi-season because it's a product that might scale for every seasons La Liga might have. It's multi-language because it can speak English and Spanish. It has a calendar. It works in the classifications, the results. It also provides notification to the customers, and it works for the broadcasters worldwide. Okay, so as you can see, this is a part where you start working, where you start speaking with him. So it's a start doing as a voice. So it's saying like good night, and La Liga is replying like, hey, welcome to our system. What do you need to know? As you can see, where we did it also in English. It replied on English. And right now, it's gonna ask something like, what do you know to do? Which is like the usually typical. And it says, I can help you with the calendar, with the classification, with the channels where you can watch a game, the information about the team, the information about the players. So, and the customer asks, I need to know where the calendar of the next matches. And as you can see, the information provided, it's not on text. It's like it's made by images and some interactive content. It also asks about the classification from the teams, and just as before, it's more interactive content that use text, so the customer feels that it's more personal content. Now it's asking where can I see a game, which is really important if you are a La Liga, because you need to work with your broadcasters worldwide. And it's asking where are you from. He's saying I'm from Spain, and these are all the channels where you can see it. If the customer were able to click, it will take it directly to the web page where it might be able to see the game. So in this case was Movistar, which was really important because it's one of the biggest sponsorships, and this is like a really huge opportunity for La Liga to cross sales or for anything like that. So the next question will be like, hey, I need you to speak me about the Barcelona team. And it says, hey, give me a minute. I'm going to look for it. And it shows all the information about Barcelona, the seasons, the positions right now inside the tournament, the points earned, the won games, all the lose games, when it's going to be the next match, which is the classification, and the bot also says, okay, keep asking me more things. And here it asks it like, I want to see all the Real Madrid team, and it shows again all the information in an interactive way, showing all Benzema, Bale, and all the players all the customers wanted to see. Finally, he's asking like, hey, how's the Huesca going? That it's another team. It's showing again an interactive way to see how was the team going. And as you saw it before, I'm translating, but for the people that doesn't speak Spanish, this is being asked in different ways. I mean, they're not always being literal with the questions. They have different ways to ask something, and the bot was able to understand all these ways. So here's, for example, ask you, hey, when was the last game from Real Madrid Getafe? And it shows also the information, the live information, and all the information that happens, even with the yellow cards, the the statistics from the teams. And as you can see, if you click inside the image, it might take you to the YouTube channel. So if you have a YouTube channel, or if you have any content like audiovisual content that might be really crucial for your business, it can be integrated here, which might take you to be owner from the whole information you wanted your customer to see. So this is a really important tool to get into your customer journey if you need to get your customer into this travel. So now it's asking about who were the players inside the game. Again, it's like more interactive. I think that the person is also able to take it, and this is the last part. So these are all the images just for you to see. They were created specifically for La Liga. All the content were really interactive and made in all the languages they asked us. Right now, for the most important, I'm sorry, and one of the most important is the benefits you can get from a chatbot. First, it will optimize operation resources to provide to provide a cost-effective automated customer services channels. User can interact with chatbot through voice using text, your own web applications, Facebook Messenger, Skype, Alexa, Google Assistant, Cortana, and others. A chatbot can be integrated with other services in real time, as you saw in our examples. It presents a great opportunity for cross-sales, merchandising, push marketing initiatives, and generate relevant customer data. Conversation interface. Users interact through natural languages. No two are just the same. Just like customer representatives are trained to provide relevant support, your chatbot will maintain a language specific to their brand, colloquialisms, acronyms, team, and fan culture. This is related to what we did with La Liga, but as I said, this can be taken for every kind of business. If we work on, I don't know, a hotel business or any kind of business, this can be taken to your business and be personalized for your business. Scalable. This goes with what I've been saying. Our solutions are customized to business-specific needs, from performing simple fax tasks to recommendations for ticket sales, data gathering, predict customer preference to applications, gamification, and extended reality elements to enhance user experience data. Right now, I'm going to focus on the scalability from our projects. It can be connected. It can be connected with other platforms to enrich the data that the bot returns to the user. Our solution is implemented into the cloud, so it means that our solutions can scale the resources depending on the infrastructure needed and the users that are using it. Integration with other services such as machine learning to make predictions about customer profiles or cognitive services. For users to search a product on Google or Bing to buy it, for example, look just like we did with FNAC. Integrations with other platforms such as mixed reality or augmented reality. We can integrate all these solutions in other applications that can interact with the real environment, offering a completely different experience. So thank you very much. If you have any questions or doubts or any requests, you have here again all my contact details, or feel free to make any questions on the chat. Thank you very much for staying here. So if you don't have any questions, I'm going to stop showing my screen and I will hope to see you in our next webinar. So please get in touch with us and join our social media.